Yes, top of the moment anywhere where they watch us from. Today, na Property Matta we dey take come do. And Property Matta with no other person. But, Engineer Debo, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
I can see that we're in the mood of Christmas already.
Already we are basking in the euphoria of the season.
Abi? But I just usually think this period that, where was it that we did Happy New Year? It looked like day before yesterday.
You know, a lot of holiday kept us at home this year.
Yeah?
So for that reason, before you close eye and open
I don't know, we are in December. And this is Christmas. Wow. It's actually something one should be grateful for, actually, because even though people were saying that this year is probably one of the shortest, but it's also probably...
With 5 months.
With 5 months, some were saying 5 months, 6 months, you know. But it's also probably one of the years that most people died, probably.
And most people cash out too.
Of course. You see,
pharmaceutical companies.
Every year there would always be. But yes, the event that led to some people's deaths, some people's bankruptcy, also led to some people's
financial prosperity.
Yeah, true. There are always two sides to a coin. Yeah, there are always two sides to a coin. So that's it. You just decide which side you want to be. You know?
That's true.
Well done,
so,
Chief.
The last time we were looking at planning your retirement with real estate.
Yes.
You did make us realize the things where person go face at old age and how if you use a property or let me say real estate take save himself.
Yes,
so can you take us through the nuggets again?
And it's common, it's actually very common to have that happen, to see that happening these days. So you see a lot of tenants whose landlord are retirees. And I hear some funny statement from some of those tenants. They say, the man is living on his property.
Yeah, so
as if he shouldn't live on it. He has the right to live on it. That is his investment. Yeah, it's his investment. As far as it's not being Shylock, because people call what is not Shylock, but then there are people that could actually be Shylock.
Some people they mistake being stringent and shrewd as being Shylock. Because if person say make you no cook for passage.
I mean, it's not being Shylock.
Go to the kitchen.
Exactly. If there is a provision for where you should cook, then you should go there. A lot of people just say a lot of things, really, okay? But the most important thing is that, look, real estate is one major asset class that people use to plan their retirement. That's it. If you are living with a landlord in his house, yeah, it may bring more stress because he will be there to see everything. And being the owner of the house, he won't let anything just pass.
Because now waiting you suffer for
exactly, that shouldn't. So if you are not living in the house with him, you have less whatever. It doesn't mean that...
You should even abuse the house.
Yes, it doesn't mean that you should abuse the house. But then, I mean, real estate is one major asset class people use to plan their retirement. And we mentioned why it is so. We mentioned some of the reasons why it is so. The major reason why it is so is that it is one asset class where you can put your money and eventually maintain the purchasing power of your money over the years, such that whenever you want to realize your money, supposedly, you can always realize it and it will have the same purchasing power, if not even more. Because it will have appreciated. So, coupled with the fact that if it's a rental income property, all those years that it was lying fallow, as it were, not fallow though, occupied, you were still making money by way of collecting rent from the property. When you now dispose of it,
big check.
And you can do that rental. You can also do that speculating on land. I mean, and that's why we encourage people to really look at land banking. Especially when you can get in now into a place. So land banking, let me just, I think we've done something about that before. Yeah. But let me just recap. So land banking is when you go to a place that is yet to witness development, but is along the path of development. That is to say that there is some consideration that is making you think that this place will develop soon. maybe because there is some direction, there is some movement in that direction. For example, if you stay in anywhere, let's say Abuja, for example, you know, there was a time when the main town and the airport, there was really no life between that space.
Between the main town
and the airport, you know, and then Gwagwalada is on the other side like this, and also between Gwagwalada and the airport, there was really no life.
Yes.
Any real estate person, any savvy real estate person could have done land banking in that corridor. Now, come to think of it, today now, between airports and the central business district in Abuja, there's a lot of life. I mean, a lot of activities are happening. Of course, there are still opportunities, but I'm saying that you could have taken position then, and you can still take position now. So that kind of a place is good for land banking in the sense that you know, everybody knows
place will still
that wherever there is airports, development would have to cover wherever you are saying is town at the time up to the airport. It will stretch. I hope you know the story of Ikeja in Lagos. Ikeja was a no-go. Nobody wanted to do anything in Ikeja. Swampy, gully everywhere. I mean, Okpebi Island was a no-no. Yes, I know at least one man who sold his land in Okpebi to build his property in his solo in the 70s. Because it was a no-no. But you see, any savvy real estate person knew that once there was going to be Muritala Muhammad International Airport in Ikeja, leave your investment there or go and invest there. Because it's only a matter of time. Wherever we are calling town, which was majorly Lagos Island at the time, and Ikeja, there will be a bridge. Development will bridge that gap.
Sporadically.
Do you understand? And that was exactly what happened. Such that then Lagos, the one that even compounded Ikeja was that Lagos now made Ikeja its own capital city. Then Lagos at the time was the capital of Nigeria. So everything was happening in Ikeja in multiple fold. Such that Ikeja GRA sprang up. I mean, a lot of other things came up within that thing. And before you knew it, Ikeja became, it's outclassed a lot of places, like the Solo, in my Solo story.
Okay.
I mean, if you sell a plot in Solo, if you sell a plot on Island now, I'm sure it can buy you like about 3 or so properties in
No, it can buy
Solo.
you 2 streets. 2 streets. Somebody will buy it because I'm not joking. If you come to Isaga, you know Isaga, or person go in this longest street, Kogberegbe. Person go Kogberegbe. You buy the Kogberegbe is the longest street in the city.
No, I'm not even. In fact,
where it face General Hospital. One plot of land in Ikeja in a very good place.
You buy the whole of Kogberegbe.
Mutile. Even if they are cars there, I want
they will.
I'm telling you. Because in Kogberegbe, you still see a room of 2,000.
So this is why I tell people that, look, when you're making money right now, look for good properties. You must be, conscious of the fact that you are buying genuine properties. You are buying good properties. You are buying them and paying for them in full. Okay? Remember that Roosevelt quote. A property is about the best. Yes, property is about the best investment if bought, fully paid for. If bought with common sense, fully paid for and well maintained, it's about the best investment on earth, and that is the truth. So if you do all of your due diligence and buy a good property, you will. So just look out for places where development is going to. We mentioned Ikeja and how it grew. Look at right now. It's looking like it's going to be for long, but I can tell you, the axis up to Badagry, there is no way it's not going to develop. Now, land banking involves time. That's one thing you must realize. And involves a lot of time, a long time. There is something I would do privately, maybe I can bring it to this show also, to explain to you how land, I think I will do that one day. We may have to have a board here if you don't mind.
We have a board.
On that day that I will do it. I would
Is it what we
share
can do
with
next
you.
week, sir? We have a board.
Maybe next week.
We'll make
Fine.
it ready for
next week, please. I will share with you next week how land, appreciate, the factors that causes land to appreciate, real estate to appreciate, you will see it glaringly. Because a lot of people just say, land, I mean, time. They say, time, what you live in time. It's not just time. It's not just time. There are things that are happening or that must happen within that space of time. And it is how sporadic they happen. Do you understand? That determines the appreciation you get.
Because
when they happen, how sporadic they happen is what determines the appreciation you get. Not just time. Not just the passage of time.
I always wonder time. Why Lagos Expressway, Lagos Ibadan Expressway? That pussy don't dey there for time.
But it's appreciating though. That's why they actually say time. Actually, you know what? It is within time that all of those things happen. So people who are not looking closely just think that it's all about time. No, you must break it down. It is within time that all of those things happen. I'm just going to be exposing the things that happen within time. Okay? So that when you want to buy a place for land banking, for example, you can look at the factors and predict. There are some places that in 5 years they will blow. It's just like your music career.
Ben. I want to blow.
Or your MC, or your acting career.
You will know.
You will blow. Some people, it's 2 years they blew. Some 5 years. Some they are still at it 20 years. They've not blown, but they will still blow if they don't die.
And some will blow at old age.
That's what I mean now. Yes. Some it is their gray hair that they will blow with. They will not be adding or they will be acting old parts.
We saw something like that in the music genre, like
Shade Baba, that's man. Yes, so it happens. So it is whatever then happens that will determine how long it will take for that property to really, really appreciate. And then I will also share with you the stages of appreciation. There are about 3 or 4 stages of appreciation. Okay? There is the first part where it looks like nothing is happening. Then it starts to take off a bit. And then there is the place where there is a spike. That is usually what people try to time, but it's difficult to time it. It's better to just be in the place
before that time.
But the good thing really about property and all of the appreciation is that it's a consistent curve. So that thing happens, and then it happens again, and then it happens. It continues to happen. It will be repeated.
I'm beginning to see an interesting session.
Yes. So we shared that it is important. That is why people should think about planning their retirement with properties. You either buy land if you can't afford the house, or you buy a property that is already built because you start to get rental income and the capital appreciation is still there.
You said something last week that 2 weeks ago that amazed me. You said even your children too will meet it. And your children.
That's property. Now, property, one of the characteristics of property is that it's very durable. Very, very durable.
But the motor wey my grandfather buy, the bicycle, and why keke rally. Because he give my grandfather a politician for you. You understand? And a politician for you.
For your politician?
No young buyer.
For your?
Wait. They give my grandfather keke rally. Only him. Now you get for the whole of your town.
For the whole of your town.
Then cable. Our place is cable. So if my grandfather they come with the bicycle like this, everybody go to say Baba Ozelu. You go come to do this thing grand.
So let me just quickly round up.
Bicycle.
Sorry, Abi. But the land.
But the house where you get for you up to
you meet them. Even if it's a mud house, you still met it.
Wait, there's a mud.
Your Baba is a chief. Okay.
351
I can imagine. So like we said, okay, you could do rental income and all of that. Now, a lot of people say they don't have so much money. Even the land banking, they really can't buy it. They have to pay at once. Explore means that you can pay in installment, or explore means that you can collaborate with people to do it. So one of the ways you can also do that in a way that is affordable for you is to look for a housing cooperative or a real estate investment cooperative to join, because their main focus is to invest in real estate. And with that, usually those ones with little margin, with little sums, you can start to play a role. You can start to play a role in that area. With just little margin, you can start to play a role in that. So explore all of those options. Now, when buying property, especially land, there are just about 3 sources you need to look out for. Let me just quickly round up with that. So, number 1 source, you buy land from private people. Private people can be 2. Can be a private individual. that has bought from somebody
to
or
my land.
the original landowning families. Yes, or monile. You know, those are private people you can buy from.
Okay,
you can buy from a company. Yes. Real estate companies. Real estate companies. You can buy from a company. Okay. Now, don't forget, the companies also are in 3 categories. One is a private company. That's a type of company. Another, it's like a public company. It's publicly listed. Then the other is also the Omoniles also. I hope you know that they've started organizing themselves into corporate entities. Yes. So there can be, I mean, we have examples around. The Oniru, for example, they have a company. You understand? I think the Elegushis also have. There are some, I know of Olale. Okay. No. It's just family. Okay, we are just mentioning family names. Okay. Because I don't have any money to pay you. Rather you pay. So, I mean, there are families who have constituted themselves into companies, corporate bodies, and so they administer their real estate transactions through that corporate entity. Okay, so that's one private entity, and then there
third one called?
I've mentioned everything.
Okay,
private, public. You understand?
Public, you mean that?
No, public listed companies.
Okay.
Companies that are listed on the stock exchange and all of that. They are publicly quoted companies. Okay. And there is limited liability companies. Yes. The ones that are LTD. Yes. PLC, LTD. Okay. Yes. And I said there are companies, there are families that have also organize themselves.
They've structured themselves.
Yes. And so some of those, the third one is like the NGOs, you know, the ones that are not existing for profit, like cooperatives, for example. Okay. They are limited, they are a company also. At the end of every cooperative name is limited. Yeah. Do you understand? But they are limited by guarantee because they are not there to necessarily make profits. Yeah. They are there to make money for members, bonuses. Okay. So those are the 3 types. Okay. Then the last person you can buy from is government. Of course, you can buy house, property, land from government, of course. Yes, but maybe we'll have the opportunity to then discuss the advantages and disadvantages of all of this. All of them have their merits and they all have their demerits and things that you should watch out for. That will be another topic probably after that. After that graphical illustration.
Okay, so we are wrapping it up on planning your retirement with real estate this week so that we can go to something much more interesting again next week. It's going to be a practical class come next week with Engineer Debo. So go nowhere, Madam Adejana is already around. She won't come market her goods as usual. And the good news, we say people they buy. For her to come to the station and says people indeed from WAP TV, they say the one where they watch and I made them come by. So it's a good testimony. Would they ask you to where they watch? Say what you they do? How far? No look, no sit down. They look. Iyo nile. Mama Onile, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Abio,
na me be that. But wait, we're already in the festive season already.
No time.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. Good morning.
Person supposed to check himself, property-wise.
Yes, so. That's the new game. We have to check ourselves, property-wise. Remember last week I told us about bringing a very, very affordable property of 400,000 naira.
Where I say no possible, say lie.
Your Queen Nadia has gone far and wide though. You know I will always source for good properties, affordable properties, genuine properties and in strategic locations.
Tewari, you see?
Yes, so.
400?
Yes. In the city of Ekpe.
Nweku.
Ekpe that is flowing with milk and honey.
Ekpe Alaro.
Ekpe Alaro. Ekpe gongo.
Ekpe 1 hour drive.
Yes, so Ekpe Lagos State.
Ekpe where they drive 1 hour.
See, my people, I brought the goodies as usual. You know me, I'm a goodie mama.
Benny.
So this time around, I want to talk about Ekpe. With as low as 400,000 naira, you can get a 400 square meters in Ekpe. Please tell me if you can actually build a twin duplex on a 300 square meters. So, then what makes it very impossible for you to build a very comfortable house on a 400 square meters? Remember I told you about some properties, Ekpe that we sold for 500 then, that is now 700.
Yes.
We started the gate house, the perimeter fencing, very soon everything, and it's a buy and build though.
Buy and build.
Yes, once you pay fully, you can start building. The topography is a dry land. Are you even aware that it's only Ekpe that does not have any government encumbrances? Government is disturbing them today. Prioritization problem.
Continue.
Ekpe does not have it.
I think they want more of expansion and development there. Now, be this.
Yes, so. I actually brought two. This is one. Ilẹ̀ tó gbẹ gan. Do you understand? And now Ekpe as it is now, we know that it is the only place that is less congested in Lagos State.
That's why I say they want development there.
And you know it's sharing close proximity with Ibeju too.
Some people you don't even buy for the sake of
So buy into Ekpe with as low as 400,000 naira. Then you can start building as soon as you are done with your payments. Look at the road.
So you know, let's say perimeter fence.
Yes, now.
So that place now is as good as an estate.
It is an estate.
So if I buy now, maybe I say, okay, I won't buy or I keep for Ireo or I keep for Koredeo. In the next 10, 15 years.
Appreciation is going to definitely meet it. You can keep it for as long as 50 years. Nothing will happen to it. Because it is an estate.
400,000.
400. This is the second one. 400,000. This one too now. That was one we sold for. Look at it now. We're already starting the gatehouse. And everything is going on as it should be. But all these prices are promo prices. So they won't be this price come 2021 January. So if I am you, people at home watching me from far and wide. Okay, far wide, same thing. Far and near.
Far and near.
Come and key into Ekpe. Come and buy your own plot into Ekpe. Be glad that you did, because by the time that developments will come, so that you won't be caught unaware.
I dey wonder, say, why? I don't know, Madam Adi, I don't know, but I dey wonder, say, these days, we will see that a lot of mechanic, they move, go their house. A lot of Marwa people, they move, go their house. And you will see another way, where we say they knock tie, if they carry briefcase, say, they go still there inside 3-bedroom flat.
I want you to jassy. Let me use that word, jassy. They know what's up, because when you are going for a property and you have flexible payment plan, they can allow you pay up to 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months. When you don't start, you can't finish. It is what you start.
When you don't start,
you can't finish. It is what you start that you will finish.
Well, Queen Adi detail I there for your screen. So Ekpe say they go for 400,000 for half a plot. Abi
400 square meters for 400,000. It's not even half. It's more than half a plot.
Hey, alone. It's even more than half a plot. Hey, tap into this promo. See our number there. How about the documentation for the place where they advertise for us?
That's registered survey.
Buy.
Be it red copy or blue copy. It has deed of assignment. The family receipt is there. Contract of sale is there. So what are we now talking about?
What we are talking about is to come and pay then.
Yes, so just key into it and let's seal it. Be a landowner, 2020. Just few days more. Be a landowner.
And it's
you
possible.
You can do it. Very much possible. But
if person contact here, no 200,000 is still there in my hand. Say because if I no collect and get amount of it so
initial deposits, we will take it from you. We are only trying to encourage people to do something. You know the best gift on earth is only a piece of the earth.
The best, yes. The engineer Debo is talking for in very first episode.
The best.
In fact, the day in promo of this program.
It's owning your own quarter, your own space on earth. That's the best gift too. Don't miss it for anything.
Deal me. Otoni. I mean, one person no get his own space. You go come, you go like that. Your children go say, Baba, wow, team Benny on. Kill a say like nothing. Baba, the boy jam Kobe.
So that's the best thing.
Baba, you don't. Baba space on edge is in Kobe. I will draw, you know, those Monta when they aye Baba no aye. It's a very terrible thing. Oh, I know Kodo Jade. Let them kill. Say that's where your father money.
So please don't let's joke with this. Come invest.
Well, come invest. She has said it all, and you can't get it cheaper anywhere. 400,000 for more than half, for more than a plot, safe, more than a plot, like she said. And please tap into it. See her phone number. See her. I think they can also WhatsApp you on that number.
Yes, please.
Her name na Adiola O Azan, and her number be that 08052882703. Goodbye.
Bye.